It is a calm evening. I'm alone in my room, holding a notebook and a dream. I want to speak English fluently, but I have no teacher, no school, no one to practice with. Still, I believe I can learn, at home, on my own. Every day I remind myself I won't give up. My vocabulary is limited. My grammar isn't perfect. My pronunciation needs work. But I have the drive to learn and the courage to try. That's enough to start. I look around. My notebook is blank, but my heart is full. Full of hope, full of questions. Can I really learn English without help? Can I speak fluently without a classroom? A quiet voice inside me whispers, "Yes, Tom, you can." If you feel the same, this video is for you. Stay with me. I'll guide you step by step. You don't need a classroom to become fluent. You don't need fancy books or a grand plan. All you need is a small start and a determined heart. Your bedroom is your classroom. This is your moment. You're not alone. I'm with you. Let's start on the Fluent Future channel. Chapter 1. My first day speaking English alone. It's a fresh morning. The sun glows, but my heart feels heavy. I want to master English, but I don't know where to begin. No teacher, no classroom, just me, at home, alone, and a little scared. I sit on my bed wondering, can I really do this? My mind says, it's too hard. My heart says, just try. So I start. I look at my desk and say, this is a desk. I see my chair and say, this is a chair. I glance at the window and say, this is a window. Simple words, but saying them feels odd. I speak slowly, shyly, but I keep going. In the kitchen, I see a mug. This is a mug. I see a fork. This is a fork. I see a plate. This is a plate. I talk to objects like they're friends, giving words to my world. Then I stand before my mirror, smile, and say, hello, Tom. How are you? I laugh. It feels silly but good. I ask, what's your name? I reply, my name is Tom. I say, nice to meet you, and answer, nice to meet you too. This is my first English conversation with myself. I open my notebook and write new words, saying them aloud repeatedly. My voice isn't perfect, but it's mine, and that matters. I make mistakes, forget words, mispronounce them, but I don't quit. Mistakes are part of learning. When I brush my teeth, I say, I brush my teeth. Making coffee, I say, I boil water. I pour the coffee. I weave English into my day. The best part? I can speak slowly, repeat as needed, with no one judging. I feel safe, free, building a new me. Real confidence starts in your room, not on a stage. It begins when you speak, even if you're scared, even if no one hears. That day, I don't learn much grammar or many words, but I learn to start. That's the first secret of learning English at home. Begin, even when afraid. Speak, even when alone. Your fear will turn into strength. This is how my journey with Fluent Future began. One word, one sentence, one mirror, one voice, mine. And it grows stronger daily. Chapter 2. Listening like a child. The next morning, I wake with a question. How do babies learn language? They don't study books or grammar. They listen, all day, every day, to parents, songs, conversations. They don't understand everything, but they listen. So I decide to learn like a child. I'll listen daily, not to understand every word, but to absorb the sounds, rhythm, and flow of English. I want to train my ears. On my phone, I find a podcast, Simple English Tales, with a slow, clear voice. The first story is about a boy at the park. It's simple, and I understand most of it. I smile, feeling encouraged. Then I find a 5-minute podcast about daily life. Eating, commuting, working. I listen carefully, repeating short sentences softly. On YouTube, I search for basic English dialogues. I find videos of slow conversations. One person says, "Hello, how are you?" The other replies, "I'm fine, thank you, and you?" I pause, repeat, and practice until it feels natural. I listen with purpose, to learn, to copy, to grow. While cooking breakfast, I play an English audio, listening as I chop vegetables or boil water. My hands work, my ears learn. While cleaning, I play another podcast, noticing stressed words and intonation. I feel the rhythm of English. On walks, I listen to a short story 3 times, understanding more each time. If I don't understand, that's okay. My ears are getting stronger, like a baby's. At night, I play a soothing English bedtime story, closing my eyes, letting the calm voice sink in. I don't study or memorize. I listen. At breakfast, while walking, cleaning, or before sleep, English becomes part of my world. Slowly, I start thinking in English, hearing it in my mind, even without audio. To speak well, listen well. Listening isn't passive, it's powerful. Your ears are your first teachers. Train them, trust them, and let them guide you. Chapter 3: Reading that Transforms Me. It's a rainy afternoon. I sit by the window with tea, feeling calm. I recall a teacher saying, "Reading speeds up learning." I decide to try it. On my phone, I search for easy English stories for beginners and find A Walk in the Garden. The sentences are simple. Lily wakes up. She eats breakfast. She goes to the garden. I know most words and read aloud slowly, clearly. It feels achievable. I finish in 5 minutes, then read again, faster, smoother. By the third time, I'm smiling. I'm not just reading. I'm living the story, seeing Lily and the garden. I decide to read daily, short, fun stories, not complex books. 10 minutes is enough. The goal isn't to finish, but to enjoy and grow. The next day, I read about a boy and his dog, then about friends at a market. The simple vocabulary feels alive, connecting me to real language. I notice words like run, repeating, he runs to school, she runs in the park. Each time, the word sticks in my mind without memorizing. Reading teaches me context, how natives use words, which words pair naturally. I don't need to ask, is this right? I feel it. When I find unknown words, I check a dictionary, reread the sentence, and move on. I don't make lists. I trust repetition. Reading aloud in front of a mirror, I watch my mouth, hear my voice, and embrace mistakes as practice, not tests. Reading boosts my speaking. Sentences flow faster, more naturally. After a week of 2 or 3 stories, I guess meanings without a dictionary. English feels like a friend, not a stranger. Now reading is daily, mornings for short stories, evenings for longer ones, sometimes rereading for fluency. If you want to learn at home, read simple, enjoyable stories. Don't stress about grammar or big words. Read with your heart, voice, and mind. Reading opens a new world. One day you'll speak better, think faster, and understand more just by reading. Chapter 4: Shadowing Without Hesitation. It's evening. I listen to an English story on my phone, the voice clear and steady. The speaker says, "I'm Jack. I live in London." I pause, repeat, mimicking the tone. "I'm Jack. I live in London." This is shadowing, a technique I learned from a Fluent Future video. You repeat after a native speaker immediately, copying words, tone, and rhythm, like a shadow. I'm nervous, I'm afraid I'll sound odd or mess up. But I'm alone, safe, so I try. I pick a 1-minute clip about a woman's day. She says, I wake up at 6 a.m. I pause and repeat, matching her voice. Then, I eat breakfast in the kitchen. I repeat again and again until it feels smoother. The fear fades. It's fun, like practicing music. I plan 10 minutes of daily shadowing with short subtitled clips. I listen, read subtitles, pause, and repeat line by line. I make mistakes, wrong words, forgotten sentences, but I retry, speaking louder, clearer, with heart. After days, my pronunciation improves. My tongue moves faster, my voice sounds natural. I say full sentences without overthinking. Shadowing teaches me real English, how natives link words, use intonation. I shadow in the morning, evening, or while walking, whispering lines. Before a job interview, I shadow an English interview video, gaining courage. You don't need a partner to improve speaking, just shadow. It's tough at first, but becomes fun, powerful. Turning your phone into a teacher. Pick a short video, pause after each sentence, and repeat daily for 10 minutes. Soon, your voice will be stronger, your words clearer, your English alive. All because you shadowed without hesitation. Chapter 5. Talking to myself in English. It's a sunny afternoon. I sit by the window with my notebook, alone in a quiet house. I want to practice but have no one to talk to, so I talk to myself. It feels odd at first. I say, hello, Tom, how are you? And answer, I'm fine, thanks. And you? I laugh. It's silly but freeing. I don't wait for the perfect moment. I just speak. Walking around, I narrate. I open the door. I close the window. I pick up a book. Simple sentences, but they build my voice. In front of the mirror, I ask questions, answer, and tell stories. Today, I woke up early. I made coffee. I read a story. I'm my own friend. Outside, I think in English. The dog is barking. The woman carries a bag. The sky is blue. My inner voice shifts to English. I make mistakes, forget words, mix sentences, but I correct myself and keep going. The goal isn't perfection. It's progress. I imagine scenarios, ordering food. I'd like a sandwich, please, eh? Or at an airport, where's my gate? I play both roles, creating conversations. Slowly, I speak faster, more naturally. While cooking, I say, I chop the carrot. I add salt. Suddenly, I'm thinking in English without effort. Self-talk is private, simple, powerful. Your free classroom. Speak in the morning, at night, alone. The more you talk, the better you get. Start now. Describe your room. Tell your day's story. Ask and answer questions. No one judges. Your confidence grows from within, starting with your voice. Chapter 6. Using technology wisely. At night, on my bed, I hold my phone and wonder, can this help my English? I change my phone's language to English. Now, every unlock shows English words, new, exciting. I decide to make my phone my teacher. I find a vocabulary app with pictures and audio. It says, book. I repeat, book. Then table. I practice for 10 minutes. Fun, stress-free learning. Another app checks my pronunciation. I say, I'm going to the park. A green tick appears. I feel proud. On YouTube, I find Fluent Future's Easy English Listening playlist. A video describes routines. I wake up at 7 a.m. I eat breakfast. I pause, repeat, and re-watch the next day, understanding more. I try voice typing in a notes app. Hi, I'm Tom. I love reading. If it types wrong, I know my pronunciation needs work, so I retry. A dictionary app explains new words with examples which I read and move on, trusting repetition. I use Google Translate sparingly, only for tough words, shadowing the pronunciation. I limit tech to 30 minutes morning and evening, focused on learning. No distractions. English songs with subtitles help with rhythm. I sing along, enjoying and learning. For movies, I watch with subtitles, then without, checking again to grow. A voice assistant answers my questions. What's the weather? I practice real English. Your phone is your classroom, partner mirror. Use apps, videos, subtitles, voice tools with purpose. Learn one thing daily. Speak a sentence. Watch a video. Small steps build your dream. Use technology wisely and fluency will follow. Chapter 7. Building English Habits at Home. Early morning, still in bed, I read a short English paragraph aloud. It takes 5 minutes, but it starts my day in English. Habits, not hours of study, are key. Small daily actions become part of you, like eating or brushing teeth. After brushing, I say in the mirror, "Good morning, Tom." Today is great. I'll make coffee and learn. Simple words wake my English brain. While cooking, I play a Fluent future audio, listening without repeating, letting my ears absorb. On walks, I describe in English, "A bike passes, a woman jogs, the clouds are white." Evening, I watch a short cartoon or dialogue, shadowing lines with subtitles. It's fun, routine. I write 1 or 2 new words daily in my notebook, using them when speaking, letting them stick naturally. I label objects, desk, lamp, saying the words when I see them, memorizing effortlessly. Weekends, I review my week. I read 2 stories, watched 3 videos, learned 4 words. I speak slowly, proudly. Some days I'm tired, but habits push me. Just 5 minutes. Don't study for hours, build routines. 5 minutes reading, a video in the evening, thinking in English while walking. Start with 1 habit, add more. English becomes your companion, not a subject. Consistency, not time, builds fluency. Make English your morning friend, your evening song. Chapter 8. Learning never ends at home. Late at night, I lie in bed, smiling. Today, I read a story, watched a Fluent future video, spoke to my mirror, learned a word. A small day, but a good one. A day of growth. I once thought I needed a teacher, a classroom, a perfect plan. Now I know, learning thrives at home. In weeks, my pronunciation, sentences, and listening improved. All alone, at home. How? Daily small steps, using my phone, books, voice, and dream. Some days were tough, but I said, just 5 minutes. And those minutes changed everything. You're your own student and teacher. You choose what, how, and when to learn, giving you freedom. I write a few words daily, read them at night, trusting my mind. I record my voice, hearing mistakes and growth. I shadow, read, watch, talk, think in English. Every activity is practice. Learning isn't about speed. It's a slow, beautiful journey of effort and small wins. Don't fear mistakes or rush. Read, listen, speak, think daily. Your home is your school, your phone your tool, your voice your guide, your dream your light. I started with fear, silence, but I took 1 step, then another. You will too. Keep learning, speaking, listening, reading, thinking. Let English grow with you. This moment is perfect. Begin, continue, believe. If this Fluent future video helped, like and share it. Subscribe for more easy English lessons. What's one English habit you'll start today? Comment below. Let's learn and grow together. You can speak English at home, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way.